Hello guys, and welcome back to Joe's Ventures. And today, as you can see here, we're kind of going back to our next Planet Zoo kind of update. So this is kind of one of the really cool ones. It adds a lot to, I think, a part of the game that's really been neglected. So I'm really excited to talk about this one. So this is Planet Zoo Update 1.11, coming the 18th of October. So, yeah, really excited to get stuck into this one. So hey, all zookeepers. The sun has set on summer once again, and it will come, and with it comes some Planet Zoo news. We hope you enjoy the announcement of the Sounds of Summer, which is some chill hop tracks and other lo-fi stuff that they've made. They did a stream on it; it's pretty cool. And if you miss it, then fret not. You can always find the information you need here, so that's pretty awesome. And we're introducing all the free features coming to 1.11, which is a free update coming on the 18th of October, so in a couple of weeks. Really awesome to see that we're getting that. So this one's really cool. We'll be starting off with Educator exhibit demonstrations. So ever wanted to get up and close, and personal with your exhibit animals? Well, now you can, or your guests can at least. So after, or as of 1.11, educators will be able to take exhibit animals out and hold them for displays and demonstrations when talking to guests. This will be available for a wide variety of species, but not all, as very large, dangerous, or unsafe animals will not be included. Animals such as common death adder and the golden poison frog. And after all, we want to keep both the educators and your guests safe. So yeah, this actually opens up quite a bit of assortment. I think you could have iguanas, you could have a couple of the biggest snakes. Obviously, you can see the diamondback terrapin there. I'm not sure about the frogs, because frogs are technically, how they get their poison is from eating the insects that they do. And in captivity, you can handle them fine because they're not that poisonous in captivity. But holding amphibians can be very bad for them because they have such porous skin. If you have any chemicals, or like if you washed your hands with soap or something, it can get into their skin and hurt them. So I would rather that they avoid too many reptiles, or I mean amphibians handling. But lots of reptiles work. I could see potentially hissing cockroaches. A lot of those really cool animals I think would actually fit perfectly with the education, as you can see here. So during talks, an educator will proceed to showcase them to guests before resuming the talk as normal. Educators will either hold them one-handed, two-handed, or on their shoulder, depending on the species. So play around and see how your favorites are held. So that's pretty cool. I imagine you can see here the terrapin is held two-handed. I could see some of the smaller bugs could be held one-handed. And something like an iguana that would definitely be held across your shoulder because they're quite big. Really awesome. And alongside this, animal talk points will now display an image of the base of the animal that has been spoken to, so you can basically check at a glance and see what animal is being spoken to or educated about. So, oh yeah, that's a Madagascar hissing cockroach, all good, or whatever. Just an example of an animal. I think it's the, not the Madagascar one, it's actually the burrowing cockroach from Australia that is the one in game. But we'll say, okay, there's an Australian burrowing cockroach. Yep, okay. So we can look and move on. So that's pretty cool. And you can see there's quite a nice image here. I do quite like that. I think it looks rather awesome. And we've got much more exhibit things to come, which is pretty awesome. So your update, or your exhibits, are getting another upgrade too, with the addition of customizable 2D backdrops. So that's really awesome. So now you can change the color or change the background image of your exhibits to anything you want, allowing you to personalize and theme your exhibits in an entirely new way. So do you have a themed area of your zoo that you want to design for, or maybe just want to feature your own pictures from your favorite zoo trip? Anything is possible. And we can't wait to see what designs you come up. So basically this is going to be similar to the billboards, and you'll be able to upload your own images, which is actually pretty awesome. So people can really try and make their own designs, things, and really make something that really fits each habitat and things like that. I think that's really cool. And in its default, all of the current 4D or current 2D facades will be available for use in any exhibit, so you can use them to change your theming or suit your areas instead of species if so desired. So that's pretty cool. So it really helps with the theming, things like that. I think that's rather awesome. So basically, it's more design things you can add to that, and you can kind of see that here. So you can see this is kind of another image that they've added in, and I think this really does add a lot. You can see the rocks down here, and you can see the Lesser Antilles iguana here. So you can see this is the added picture. Looks rather awesome. I think it's actually really cool. I really do like it. So yeah. Next, we've also got exhibit population management. So thought that was all? Nope. Exhibits are getting a management upgrade with a new population management tab. So we know the rate of which exhibit animals reproduce can be quite fast. So now you'll be able to automatically handle the overpopulation of your exhibits with the ability to set different rules for the males and females of the species. You'll be able to ensure that your exhibits are properly maintained. So you can set your max population count of each, and you have your priority filters, so they should be removed by oldest first. So you always have younger animals coming in, so it basically allows you to manage it without. If you have a large zoo with like 100 animals and like 20 different exhibits, that's kind of something that's a bit hard to manage. But anyway, so that really helps with that. And you can decide what to do with the excess. You can either put them in storage, release them, or send them to the wild. So I think that's really, really cool. And yet, if you have friends in your exhibits that you're worried about, don't worry. You can set custom exemptions or specific animals that will override your management filters, so you can save your favorite animals, which is really cute because you might have a particular, like an albino, or just an animal that you've named yourself that you really like, and you'll be able to save it and keep it, and it doesn't get washed away in the kind of management. So that's really, really cool. And last but certainly not least, your exhibit cameras are getting an upgrade. So the interior camera has been improved to allow a better view inside your exhibits, and you can get up to close and personal with your animals in a new orbit mode. This will be familiar, and those who work, and it will work similarly to the habitat camera, and will lock and track whatever animal is selected. So that really helps to be able to look into the exhibits. It's kind of, I feel like the exhibits are kind of the Jurassic World Evolution version, I mean, the Planet Zoo version of lagoons, because those lagoons were like nothing really, you can't do much in them. But there's obviously a little bit more to do with the exhibits in Planet Zoo, but it's nice to see they're getting a bit of an update as well. And we also got new biome skirts, which is pretty interesting. So your maps are getting upgrade too with a set of brand new skirts. So now you can create a new look for your zoos, and you have 12 new biome skirts and redesign or one reskin redesign that it gives you more variation around the landscape when you look around your zoos and things like that. So it'd be very interesting to see. I'm very excited to see that. So now you have just a little bit more stuff going on. Pretty cool. We've also got here the ramp terrain stamp. So to allow even more terrain variation, or an easier time producing it, they've actually introduced a new ramp terrain stamp, which is pretty cool. This terrain modification allows you to easily create ramps up uphill and downhill slopes. When with the ability to customize the length, the width, and the slope of the ramp, it'll be pretty much a lot easier to customize your layouts and easier to create inclined paths as well. So that's very awesome. That'll very much help, I think. So you'll be able to create much nicer paths. I really just like the additions to try and make the game as easy as possible, because some of the controls, especially around pathing, can be a bit difficult, but it's really awesome. So another cool one here we can see we've got Piebald. So Pieboardism is basically a condition that most animals have. If the animals have pigments, most species do have this kind of infliction. So what happens is get a pattern of unpigmented spots that are across an animal's skin or coat, and that can actually really add to a lot of unique looking variants. And this rare genetic expression is added as a new color morph to some species in Planet Zoo. And as of 1.11, you'll be able to discover and enjoy this look on your Nyala, pronghorn antelope, and springbok. So this is what you can kind of see here. This is on the Nyala. Really cool. It's a very common kind of genetic mutation or affliction, you could say, that appears in pretty much all animals if they have pigment, like peacocks and things like that, which is very interesting. And I think it's cool, gives them a little bit more something unique. And going back to the base game and trying to make animals as unique as possible is pretty awesome. So I do like this addition, and always new variants is always really cool. And then we've also got a new animal behavior. So this is very interesting. If you guys like you let your animals run around, you guys will like this. So now they can escape. So escaped animals will now get up to even more mischief with a range of new behaviors that will diversify the way escaped animals act. So, for example, escaped animals will now have the ability to attack bins. And if the animal is large enough size escapes, they will proceed to knock over the bins and eat the garbage inside, which is gross. And don't worry though, the trash is just food waste left by the guest. It won't cause any disease risk, though it isn't still happy for your animal, and will impact the quality for their last meal. So, obviously, eating trash is not good for any animal most of the time, unless it's just food waste. And One thing you need to do to make sure that they're happy and healthy, return them to their enclosures as quickly as possible and provide them with a safe and healthy snack for their comfort and their habitat. So yeah, really, really cool. And you can see here it's been demonstrated here by a hippo, who's an animal we really don't want to break out. Is knocked over a bin and is eating the garbage inside. So hopefully it's not too bad for him. And yeah, this is also got here the Sound of Summer's speaker update. So we continue with the can't even speak properly. We're continuing the celebration of the sounds of summer by bringing it to your zoos. So as of update 1.11, you'll be able to play any tracks from the sounds of summer through your in-game speakers, and it will allow you to relax and your guests to relax to 12 new chill hop tracks inspired by the Planet Zoo soundtrack, and enjoy a lo-fi experience as you kick back, relax, and build your zoo. So that's pretty awesome. And that's not all. For all your for today, you'll be able to find the Sounds of Summer on multiple streaming services. Just search Planet Zoo Sounds of Summer and enjoy. And you can find it on places such as Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, and SoundCloud. All wonderful places to go find music. And to our very talented Planet Zoo content creators, you'll be delighted to know that our tracks are also entirely DCMA friendly, so you can use every single track in your live streams and YouTube videos without copyright strikes. Make sure it is Planet Zoo though, because why would you want to do that without Planet Zoo? And on top of that, there's obviously full information tracks. You can look at the forum post if you want to learn a bit more about that. And on top of all this, update 1.11 will come with various bug fixes and improvements. You can read the full patch notes upon release on the 18th of October. And lastly, there's a special live stream pretty soon. I think that's already gone by the time I'm recording this. And what's very interesting about that is that they had a little story, and there's lots of things they've been talking about, like a woodlands or a temperate forest pack. And it seems the animals that have been teased so far is the raccoon, the red fox, the skunk, and the wombat. So that's kind of the 4 so far. And seeming this will be an animal pack, we've got 3 more, and then your it'd be very interesting to see what animals we get. I kind of hope it's a wisent, because there's a lot of very small animals in this pack. It'd be nice to have a big one, so a wisent would be almost perfect for that. Plus, it's almost woodland themed. But yeah, it'd be pretty awesome to see. So what are you most looking forward to in update 1.11? Let us know. Obviously the DLC, but I do quite like the addition to exhibits. I think exhibits were kind of always the thing that was kind of left out the most in the game. I really want to design your own terrariums. I think it'd be rather awesome. But of course, we don't really have the ability to do that. But it'd be nice to see that in another game, like a terrarium game. Make your own terrariums. I think that'd be really, really awesome. Or your terrariums, or it's technically what they are, vivariums is the more technical term because they house animals. But yeah, really, really awesome. Or exhibits, as they say in the game. But yeah, I think this would be a very great place to end the video. So, yeah, I really, really, really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys like and subscribe. Always remember to hit that little bell icon to get notified uploading anything. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys like and subscribe, and bye-bye.